Is it really worth it with FFP Productions is actually inside the Ring of Fire here in Riyadh? We'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors, Semilong Services, S&D Paving, Spartan Property Services, LJT Motors and FFP Productions. Thank you very much, and we look forward to be staying with you in the future for as long as it takes. Thank you. Is it really worth it in FFP Productions? Welcome to the Ring of Fire. It's a pleasure to be talking to an absolute legend in boxing.
Thank you. I appreciate you being so generous with those words. I don't know how true they are, but I appreciate them very much. And I appreciate the people here, how genuine they've been to me, how good they've been to me, how much they've even shown love to me. The last time I was here, I got hurt, training some of the young kids in the gym, and I tore my MCL and my ACL. I had to go home and get complete reconstructive surgery. And you know what? When you're in a foreign country with your son, it's not a good feeling to get hurt. And to have all the people here, from His Excellency to the Tyson Fury people to Spencer Brown, all of them to come out and offer me all the help they did to get home safely, to even offer me to stay here and do the surgery and to take care of it. To have that, it really moved me, and it made me a fan of the people here.
And that says a lot about the man you are, Teddy.
I just appreciate good people, and to me, I've been, even now I get offered every once in a while to come back and consider training a fighter, and sometimes people kind of like scratch their head like I'm doing right now, and they say, "Why did you say no?" And I say, "Well, Teddy was a big fight. I said, I appreciate that. I appreciate the honor, the respect that somebody would even ask me and think I could help them in a big fight like that and everything else that was there. But the most important thing for me now, I want to be around good people. And if I don't feel that I'm around a good person for 2 months, I got to go to camp for 2 months. If I don't feel that I'm around a person that I enjoy being around,
you're going to struggle.
You know what? I'll find I'll do what Customato told me. I'll go and sell Italian ices on the corner. During the summer, you're too good with that.
But Teddy, we're here for the same reason now. Tyson, Alexander.
Very intriguing fight. Neither guy, as I always would say in the business, have learned how to lose. That's a powerful thing when you haven't learned how to lose. That's a tough lesson to teach somebody. You got to teach that person a lesson that night, how to lose. That ain't easy. So that's number one. And it's the first time in, I think my history is right, 25 years that there's going to be one heavyweight champ. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. That makes the moment really huge because boxing needs that. The fans need it to have one heavyweight champ. To go back to a day where you go walk down the street and ask somebody who's heavyweight champ, they'd be like, I don't know. I don't know, Williams, Joe Jones, Billy Crumpets. Now they will know it'll be one guy. So it's important for the sport. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot at stake in a lot of ways. It ain't about money. It's about legacy. It's about what I just touched on. That you're gonna be the guy to bring back one title. That's what it's about. About that pride. About that opportunity. That privilege to be able to do that. And for me, Fury has more options. Fury can go get you with his size and try to impose his physicality and his strength on you. Or you can stay on the outside, use his wingspan. Stay out there, use the jab, control the outside, make it very hard. Put the burden on Usyk to get close and to take all the chances to get close. He's got the choice of doing that. For Usyk, for the most part, he's got to find a way to do what he does so brilliantly. Counterpunch. Keep your balance. Put punches together. Get to the sides. Get angles. Feint. Get you to do things you don't want to do. And it's hard to do that if a guy is controlling the outside and not giving you anything to counter. If I'm here with you and I throw and you look at, you could counter me. But if I'm out here, how are you going to counter? And for me, that's going to be the interesting part. And for both camps, if I was in either camp, and they got very good people, so they don't need Teddy Atlas. But if I,
Everyone needs Teddy
oh,
Atlas.
I appreciate that. If I was to give my 2 cents on the Fury side, I would say, look, put Charlie outside, put the pressure on him to find a way not to get beat, because if he lets you stay on the outside, he's going to get beat with the jab for the most part. So find a way, make him have the pressure of finding a way to get in and take chances to do that. Now, if I'm in the other camp, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, hey, guys, there's one thing that at the end of the night, I don't want to be in the locker room crying because we got beat by the jab. Because everyone knows that's something he's going to use. So let's not get beat by the jab. Let's find a way in this camp to nullify his jab, to negate his jab, whatever way that is. Slip, take away the reach, get inside with your jab, slip the up, bang, get in, or whether it's to step out, make him throw the jab, then come in and counter his jab, whatever it is, find a way. You don't have to out jab him, but you have to find a way not to allow him to dominate the night with the jab. And I mean, it's gonna come down to that. And look, there's an X factor. The X factor is, I don't think it's a big secret. Usyk, as great as he is, and that's one of his greatest strengths. He's one of the greatest winners you're ever going to see. Since he was a teenager, he won the gold medal. Then he went up, won the cruiserweight, unified and then he goes and wins the heavyweight title, and then he does it again in another country against a good big heavyweight. So he's a great winner. That's one of his talents. He knows how to win. Fury too, but he knows how to win. But
Like you said earlier, Teddy, none of them know how to lose. So it's a big shout.
and and the one thing that's hovering over this a little bit is that Usyk, again, it's no secret. He got hurt to the body a couple of times. Does Fury incorporate that into his fight? I think they would be remiss or irresponsible not to. But how many big, tall guys, you understand, boxing, how many big, tall, long guys have you seen that are really good, steady body punches? Not too many.
No,
It's
no.
not too many.
Very difficult for a taller guy to get down to a smaller guy's body.
That's the point.
If he's mobile.
That's the point. But I'm sure. But you know what? Fury's athletic enough to get it to get it done. I'm sure that they tried to institute something in camp where they would get that done, where the night wouldn't end without at least testing the body. And that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
Tyson's come in a lot lighter for this fight than what he normally does. Can you see that a case for movement against Usyk, staying on the outside, keeping his jab popping, or can you see that? Can you see him coming out more aggressive this fight?
I see him boxing on the outside. Fury is, he'd be a good poker player, because he'll show you all kinds of crazy things that he wants you to think he's crazy, and then he'll do something that makes sense, So I can see him coming out like acting like he wants to be aggressive, and then go back to boxing.
Yeah.
I can see that. As far as the weight, it tells me, it tells you, it tells the world. He took this very serious, and it tells you something else. You got a wake-up call from that bad performance with Ngannou. You got a wake-up call.
Oh, definitely.
You got a
Definitely.
wake-up call. And that's the thing that gives him the biggest advantage is that before that fight, I'll be honest, I had Usyk winning.
Yes.
And then after that, everyone said, "Oh, he looked horrible, Ted. Now you really like Usyk." I said, "Nope." Now I'm a little more concerned the other way. Now I think that the fight has gotten different now because Fury will be awakened by that. He will be, he won't get caught sleeping again. That will awaken things in him that I think was sleeping. I think that, he was a star, he was a superstar. I think that he was taking things for granted. That fight, that bad performance, guaranteed he ain't taking nothing for granted. And he proved it by the way he behaved in training, by the shape he got himself in.
He's done this before, Teddy, where he's had a bad performance before the big stage, and he always pulls it off.
That's what I'm saying. That changed it for me. When he had that bad performance, everyone said, "Oh, Teddy, you got to like Usyk even more." I said, "No, No, that helped. That helped Fury.
Oh,
That helped
definitely.
Fury.
It spurred him on. Definitely spurred him on. But Alexander's getting a bit strong in sparring. Apparently, he's knocked out 4 of his sparring partners over the past month. Can you see that being a factor?
75% of this business that I've been in 50 years, it's this. It's this. You can have the greatest faith in the world, but you have to be composed enough, together enough in an uncommon environment to use it. That's can he use it? You can have all the power in the world. Can he get into position to use it? And does he get over anxious with that power and get carried away with that power and try to impose it and does it from too far away, and then he gets counterpunched because he was in a frame of mind he hadn't been in before. He was feeling so strong that he goes away from what got him there. That now he forgot he ain't that fighter. He ain't Joe Frazier with one-punch power. He's a complete, solid, technical fighter. It's important he doesn't get away. And if feeling stronger gets him away from that, that becomes a negative.
Your prediction, Teddy?
Oh, man. This is a hard one. This is a really hard one.
It's a genuine 50-50 fight.
It's really hard. I mean, I think Fury's going to give him a lot of trouble if he can stay on the outside and really control that distance with his jab and set traps. And I used to say when I was doing the commentating, it's kind of like when you're a taller guy and you control the outside well, you make the shorter guy walk through a bad neighborhood. And you know what happens back where we come from, when you go through a bad neighborhood, you can get mugged. So I think it's going to be very interesting. I did pick Usyk, so I got to stay with that.
Going with Usyk. Teddy, Saturday night, Ring of Fire. Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.